Alright guys, we are back with a new reaction. Today we will react to Pokemon Platinum, but I only use custom shinies. I will subscribe, like the video, and we will start with it.
Shiny Pokemon, something that every Pokemon fan knows of. Some of those fans dedicate their entire time in Pokemon exclusively searching for these beloved sparkly pocket monsters.
Like I do.
Myself included, I've collected hundreds upon hundreds of these shiny monsters.
Oh shit, man.
Time playing these games. Recently,
Sick.
something new has piqued my interest. Custom shiny Pokemon.
Ooh.
These same beloved creatures,
Wait,
giving
look
the
at
shiny a full
Ponyta.
new look. I've covered both Pokemon on my Groovy and Pokemon.
The showcase was raw, but I looked at Ponyta. I'm sorry.
And today we're going to be taking on the
Oh, I will watch the other two.
Things like fixing god-awful shiny Pokemon.
Not gonna lie, I don't like Zapdos. I kinda like Cider though. Nefian? No. Gengar? I mean, it's looking good.
Shinies and making them even better.
I don't like Gyarados that much. Too much changed. Rapidash is cool. It's pretty cool. Porygon Z, I love how it looks like generally. The white is so good, but right now the darker tints from the white, it's not... I don't like it that much. I kind of like Ninetales. That's actually pretty good, if you ask me. But we will watch his other videos somewhat later. But for now, we will watch this one. Full credits goes to him, not to me. I don't owe these videos. I don't have permission to watch this, but I give full credits always to the creators. The creators is always in the in the description below. I promote their channel every single time that I react to.
I'm going to take you on the trip through the Sinnoh region.
So we will just watch the video,
if you guys enjoy, be sure to drop a like
but
and subscribe
just
for more,
check the creator out.
Right before we jump into it, I do want to say that this is a hardcore Nuzlocke playthrough.
Ooh, hardcore Nuzlocke. 1 life per Pokemon, 1 Pokemon per route, no healing in battle, gym level caps, and set mode. A standard hardcore or standard.
Or you just want to come say hi, the link's in the description. But with all of that out of the way, let's jump right into it.
Nuzlocke challenge thingy.
And of course, since this game doesn't have any other changes other than the colors of the shiny Pokemon, we have to choose one of the like 4 fire types that are in the game. After 500 resets and absolutely no luck, I was starting to get a little bit worried. Now you may be wondering to yourself, what exactly are the shiny odds? And before you freak out and leave your comments saying, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this guy uses the shiny odds, you basically ruin the whole point of shiny hunting, disliking, unsub, doxing you, blowing up your mailbox. Just hear me out. The shiny odds are 1 in 257, which yes, I know that's not 1 out of 8,192, but the whole point of this game is to show off custom shinies, so it makes more sense to make them more common, that way people can actually see them, and don't have to commit dozens upon dozens of hours
It's
to see a
based.
slightly different colored oddish. Secondly, I didn't change
It's
this
based.
nor did I make these shinies. This hack was made by Team Subbit, which I've linked their Discord server in the description if you'd like to play this game for yourself. With those disclaimers said, and going twice over odds with no luck, surely we'll get our shiny soon, right?
Oh.
We got it! 5? I don't, wait. I'm saving the game. Yo!
Wait, chat.
We got the shiny monkey 541 resets. Crazy!
I will put my cam right here, so you can see the screen above.
Nuzlocke hasn't started. And now we can get a good look at our new shiny starter. In my last custom shiny video, I rated and compared each of these shinies side by side.
Timid is fine. It's as
comparison to keep this video from being extremely long. Afterwards, we do check out the lake and find some blue-haired dude who obviously is just some side character that who doesn't look important whatsoever, and he's just yipping and yapping, kind of like I am right now. He eventually passes us, and we realize that we don't have any Pokeballs, so coming here was kind of a waste of time. We then pick up the Pokedex and name our starter the iconic name Fortnite. Lucas then gives us the balls, and the Nuzlocke has officially started.
God, Fortnite.
It's only level 5, and I want this guy to make it in life, so we get to beating up every beaver, bird, and lion cub we find. But just then, we randomly stumble across this weird looking thing.
Holy shit.
Yo, I was just trading!
Not gonna lie,
Shinks!
it,
Don't get me wrong, I did call this thing weird, but in the
it's
best way
good.
possible. I love the normal, iconic shiny Shinx.
Yeah.
This minty take on it was so beautifully executed. After giving our little lion cub the name Chug Splash, we beat up every kid we could find and robbed them of their lunch money. And once we finish our rampage of making absolute stonks, Lucas walks us around.
You can get in the lake a shiny, right? Since the starter is from the route up front the town.
Right
Like
up to the
you
police.
can get.
Do not trust this man.
Okay.
He is a snitch.
Maybe he
However,
will
we
come
can
back.
Talk our way out of it, and after identifying 3 clowns, we can get the Poke Etch as a reward. And this leads us to start our next shiny hunt on Route 24. We named it something.
Ooh,
That is a crazy shiny.
it's
blue.
crazy colors though.
Look at that.
That's
That
wild.
is
That's so wild.
insane. What an outstanding shiny. Like, compared to the original, this blows it out of the park. I instantly maxed out its friendship to evolve it as I did not want to be on baby duty, and its evolution did not disappoint. With our new type
Okay.
coverage, our rival fight was an absolute breeze. So we can
I don't know what to think about those right now.
207 to get our next Pokemon. Now this place has Pokemon like Geodude, Machop, Ponyta, and Psyduck, so I figured this would be the perfect place to get a new Pokemon type for the team. But the game had other plans. But I'm not getting Psyduck yet. Oh my god!
Wow.
That's the best one by far. Oh
I saw it
I was
just,
actually
but
in awe
still.
when I found
Oof.
this shiny. Like, how do you make an already good shiny that much better? We add Storm to our collection of beautiful shiny Pokemon, but I was still thirsty for a new team member. So I ran into Orberg Gate, where we can 100% get ourselves a brand new team type. Because you guys are gaslighting me. Yo! Shiny Zubat! That looks
Sick.
so sick! This might be the best shiny Zubat I have ever seen. The iconic green bat just got a million times better, and I'm getting 90s vibes from this guy. Though we don't have any great counters to Rourke's rock types, so I wanted to try my luck at getting a Bidoof just left of here. And although we didn't get what we wanted, we still got another great shiny. So she remind me of that again.
Sorry.
Yo!
It's an.
Bird! Hot take, but this is the best regional bird out of all of them. And we give this a little
Subtle
laugh
change.
next. If you can guess the nickname theme, you've earned yourself a cookie. I haven't had enough shiny hunting just yet though. So I make my way back in the mines, got my pickaxe swinging from side to side, and I eventually find a bronze snake. And if you thought the jokes were bad, don't you worry.
Holy
The
shit,
gameplay
it's
is
sick.
even worse. I ran away from our shiny. Why did I do that? I meant, oh my god, I meant to...
At the day of watching this, I made the mistake of thinking I saw a shiny Poochyena and Scarlet Violet, but it wasn't a shiny. It was just a regular Poochyena in underneath a lamp. So it was bad.
Why did my brain... Certified dumbass right here, but let's move on. Right before the gym fight, Fortnite evolves into Monferno, and Medmist evolves into Staravia, powering up the team before our big fight. We lead with Storm to set fire to his rocks, but after he flings one at us, we retreat into Shockwave, who one-shots with Mega Drain. We paralyze and one-shot his Rock Snake, and Shockwave also destroys his prehistoric...
You one-shotted Granidos and or Onyx one-shot, but you did. I mean, that looks like a misplay to Stun Spore first and then Mega Drain even when you Oko, because you wasted a turn more damage. But you played just casually, just checking the shinies out. I mean,
Rock. Turns out I grabbed all
I
these
don't
extra shinies just to sweep with a cheerleader.
be
However,
that
like my previous
hard.
custom shiny videos, I plan on
It's
grabbing
just
encounters
shiny
and seeing
videos.
everywhere to show off
I-
as many custom shinies as possible. Back in Jubilife City, we get mixed up with the cops, but we're on the winning side this
You
time.
can fishing
To beat up Beetle.
down below.
This grants us access to
There's
Floroma Town.
the
More importantly, valuable
the
books.
city
This is the place that grants us access to our
of the
well-known
professor
type.
down below.
But rather than a weasel, we got a Shellos.
Ooh.
I mean, I said Patch Ritsu. Yeah, that whatever that is. I said Pachirisu is gonna be Orpal, but that's also an Orpal gamer. But it's a water type, so I'll take it. It's not a bad shiny, not a great one, but hey.
It's so sick.
Some redhead was holding up all the work here, so after a little bit of struggle, we did beat her up and have Chug Splash evolve after the fact. We return the piece yet again, and we meet this lost lady in Eternal Forest. However, this is not all bad news, as with the help of her forcing double battles, we were able to
Double
find
odds.
Bing.
Pink.
Get out of here. Whoa! That is a shiny Silcoon. Wow, this really looks like Lego Piece 32557. But I have some bad news. Our starter, one of the very few fire types in the game, is already gone. And he was gone so soon. May our fallen soldier rest in peace. But out of sight, out of mind. Look, our Lego piece just turned into a beautiful butterfly. Actually a nice shiny too. Props.
It's actually nice, yeah.
Next, and after a little bit of time, we find a really buff Smurf. Oh, yo!
What the fuck is the mouth?
That's a Smurf and a half right there, bro. Look at those muscles. Wait a minute, that blue hair. Okay, this is really just a segment to say that I named him Floss. And with that done, we get to take on the Grass Gym Leader, and we might have burned all of our Pokemon to a crisp. But hey, our bat evolved in the process, so it's not all bad. However, things are about to get bad.
Bad,
Purple
go,
Hair Chase
bad.
up the shenanigans,
Didn't.
and of course, we had to be the ones to deal with her. Though we came out victorious, it did come with a price.
No, the crit.
Oh, Chug Splash. Chug Splash did not deserve this death. To a stupid, frickin' skunk. Alright, enough of this. Let's move on. We rush into this haunted house where we find an orange glob of goo inside.
Ooh.
That's a shiny
That's so sick. What the fuck?
Jug right now. Okay, let's keep going. Mommy gave us an egg, and I don't know if the egg is always shiny or not, but we hatched a shiny Togepi on our first try.
Oh, if it's not free shiny, it's RNG. So good RNG.
So although we won't be using it now,
It's better
it's gonna
shiny
come in clutch
than
later,
regular,
but we've got
yeah.
more shinies to find. Starting with the
Later,
unfortunate
okay.
Yellow Bronzor in Wayward Cave. Are you kidding me?
Ooh, they changed all the green ones to
Really wanted a Gibble, but Nuzlocke rules are Nuzlocke rules.
to
In the
to
meantime,
do
let's see what Red Duo
the
sets us
orange
first.
thingies. Yeah,
Yo, look at that.
I love that one.
That's a shiny Gligar if
I love
I've
it.
ever seen one. Not to be a buzzkill, but mini pod over here is never growing up to be a big pod. The Razor Fang that Minis needs to evolve isn't accessible until post game. And let's just keep the bad
Ew.
news rolling. Shockwave over here gets blown up by a damn pebble. No way, it just used explosion. Roserade is one of my favorite Gen 4 Pokemon, and I was heartbroken when this happened. Them damn hikers. But as the saying goes, an eye for an eye. In Mount Coronet, we can pick up a Man of Stone.
Oh, you can evolve it too. You can evolve him right there.
Or a Llama of Stone, whatever works. Heart Home City is the heart home of our next shiny.
Oh, you
being everyone's
you not
favorite
okay.
Eevee. This random lady just decides to give us one, but it looks a little bit different. Look at that Eevee, chat.
Holy shit!
Better or worse than the original?
It's better. It's
I
better.
like it personally. Now the real question is, what do we evolve it into? Flareon to add another fire type to our roster.
Umbreon,
Vaporeon if we're
Umbreon,
feeling low.
Umbreon, Umbreon,
Okay, who
Umbreon,
put that in the
Umbreon.
script?
Wait,
No,
what?
I'm not reading that.
It
We
must
evolved
be a
an Espeon,
glitch.
my
It
favorite
must
evolution, and
be.
oh my god, this thing is red. A bit too red. We evolved Lil Whip too, but I'm not gonna lie. Ew. However, we do need to get ourselves a new Pokemon, as we've got nothing for Fantina as it stands right now. So we find ourselves up a barrel on Route 208, who's gonna let us get this dub, but we aren't leaving just yet. You may recall that we never found a shiny on the very first route of the game. That's because we were saving it for
starter.
a moment like this. See, because of Dupe's Claws, we can't actually get anything new on Route 1, but chat suggested we do something called Token that route, which will allow us to replace that route's encounter with an encounter somewhere else. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I just wanted to do this so I could get a shiny Ralts, and I bent the rules a little bit so I could shiny hunt one, but
I
damn,
guess.
did they make me work for it. I'm pretty sure we found like 5 other shinies during the process.
It's your room, man.
1,300 encounters.
That's
But
how you want to
we did
play.
finally find our prize.
That's all fine.
Oh, we got it! Oh my god!
Nothing wrong about that one.
74 encounters. Oh my god, it's over, chat. Now I'm just saying, if you took the headpiece of this Ralts, it would make a great chili bowl. Okay, I know that line wasn't great, but like, it was either that or this thing was hot like chili, and there's no chance I'm calling a Pokemon that is semi-related to Gardevoir hot. Oh, also, the 90s evolved. Anyways, let's go grab another gym badge. We bite the
Oh
ghost
my
by
god.
shotting it, we bite another ghost and take a lot of damage back, so we switch into the
Yeah,
He
no.
doesn't actually catch the
I
dub,
stopped
but
talking.
rather catches the death. So we send in our Jug to regen HP, and would you look at that? It died too. We send in 90s.
Yeah,
and minis
that
can take
that
down
was
100,
obvious.
which won us our third gym
But
badge, but at the cost of 2 Pokemon. We meet up with our
that's
rival,
painful.
and of course he's just annoying as ever.
There's a
Destroying
lot
our
of
fight,
hours,
he takes down Slurp Juice
probably.
with his penguin, and forces us to use cheese strats with sand attacks. But we do eventually end up winning.
If you had Umbreon for the fight, you were so safe
I've got no Sinnoh experience
because of
for
the
a good reason.
Shadow Ball.
This region sucks. Now that I've offended half my viewer base, let's move on. We increase the size of our chili bowl and make our way to Route 215, where I'd like to introduce you all to our friend Kevin. She will not
What?
be used. Our team got a bit roughed up during our shiny hunting session.
That's a
Sure,
regular
so
almost.
we need to go and heal, and we're fighting a trainer. Okay, so far easy peasy. And then this thing comes out. Minis doesn't even do half with a super effective feint attack, and Storm can't handle 2 hits.
This
Surely
wins.
the Bronzong can help.
No.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
Okay, we can safely switch to
Omni
90s,
boost.
and he's dead too. Okay.
Yeah, no. Omni
No,
boost.
he's dead too.
It's
Oh,
an omni.
he's there.
Oof.
Such a good Pokemon and an amazing
It's
shot.
insane
Seeing him move to the afterlife.
that Curly even survived.
Yeah, those other ones, they hurt too. Oh, hey, look who's actually getting used. Oh, okay. Okay, so we just lost a lot of Pokemon. So now let's go get a bunch of new ones. We make it to Route 214, but rather than grabbing a new shiny, we go into the Ruin Maniac Cave, which only has Geodude. Whoa,
That's free.
dude, Crystal Onyx
Free
is
TO.
overrated, bro. We got Crystal Geodude up in the cut, bro. This impulsive rock actually killed our pet llama during its rollout rampage. But a rock for a
Okay.
rock is a trade I'm okay with. Now that we have Geodude, we can guarantee ourselves either Houndour or Rhyhorn on Route 214, which both evolve into great Pokemon, so I'm cool with either or.
Holy chicken dinner.
Rhyhorn, 563 encounters! And I don't know about y'all, but when I saw this beautiful, shiny Rhyhorn, I knew I had to click.
It's insane.
But moving on to Valor Lakefront, just roll the clip. I had a blast. Yo! Shiny
I mean,
127 encounters? But I think we should be
no, you kill him. You kill him.
Okay.
You don't? Roar. Oh,
No,
even worse.
Are you kidding me? Oh, I wish I didn't know it knew Roar. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Failing one of the very few fire types in the region will probably hurt us later down the line, but we're living in the present, so who cares? Let's go fight a gym leader. Maylene leads with Meditite, and we lead with Storm, but switch into Med Mist to proc Intimidate, which doesn't matter because a crit Rock Tomb one-shots us. Lil Whip comes in and yawns before we switch into Ruby and drop this little guy with 2 Swifts. Macho comes and gets some damage done on us, but not enough to take us out. Then finally, out comes the Lucario. We switch into Lego to paralyze it and make it fall in love with us before spamming Gust, winning the battle and our 4th gym badge.
That was so close with HP.
Moss hit the gym and got ripped. Then I recall that there's a certain cybernetic ducky that is given to us as a gift, which means after 650 resets, we can get a new shiny. Oh, there it is!
Ooh, I like it.
That guy!
I actually like it.
642 encounters. Heading towards our next gym badge, we make a quick stop to Route 213 to pick up a shiny bird. And I mean, hey,
Okay.
shiny is a shiny, but it's also a Chatot who's already gotten more screen time than it deserves, so let's move on. After stopping in Pastoria City, we can make the jump to Route 212 and pick up the hidden Dawnstone buried in the mud. You guys ever tried to mix Dawnstone with your chili before? I haven't, but damn, that Gallade looks sick. But a Dawnstone isn't the only thing that Route 212 is going to give us. I present to you this red thing. This is when I realized that we forgot to deal with Team Galactic. So now that we're done that, we can head to the next Oh, great. It's okay though. Klinger takes down his bird, Storm deals with the flower cheerleader, and Lego deals with... Oh, another crit. I'm getting really sick of these. Ruby and Chili are able to clean up, and I wish I could get a little bit more upset, but it is just a Beautifly, so... In attempts to replace one bug with another, we head into the Great Marsh and stumble upon a gorgeous dragonfly.
Ooh.
But it didn't want to be friends. But you know what? Out of sight, out of mind. Let's go beat up Wake, but not before feeding our muscle man a bunch of steroids, causing him to grow another 2 arms. Alright, you water weasel, let's see what you've got. He leads with everyone's favorite flying fish, and we drop it down to red with a crit Psybeam as we get dropped to half from Bite. We stay in as he heals and do some chip with Psybeam before switching into Floss. He takes some damage and drops it low, but this flying fish packs a punch, so we gotta switch again. Spicy Flop, the Quagsire comes in and finishes the job and makes the weasel who wants a hug go nap time, forcing another potion before Chili swoops in and saves the day, finishing the job and taking out Quagsire. Now we have 5 gym badges, which grants us permission to meet up with Mommy over here, and she gives us her super secret potion. But I gotta use it on these quacker guys. We make it to this quiet little place called Celestic Town, where we stare at this wall a bunch until Gramps over here picks a fight, but he wasn't much of a problem. And we got Surf as a reward, which means we can get a bunch of new encounters. Starting with Route 218, where we find ourselves some blue-haired dude with the last name Mime. But we force him to marry, and now he goes by Mr.
Oh my god.
Upon entering
That's actually ugly, sorry.
Off guard yet again and demands another fight. Raptor causes some problems, so we make it take a nap, and he switches into Roserade, who gets one-shot by Storm. Tough luck,
Just a few levels for Rapidash.
Machamp one-shot the napping bird. We did almost lose the whip, but he tanked some hits and dealt with Heracross, and an Earthquake from Spicy Flop was able to handle Rapidash. So for once, we earned a victory unscathed. These rival battles are always so stressful, but we had a lot of counters on our team, so you could say that we got lucky. Right before we challenge Byron, the 6th gym leader, Impulse evolves into a diamond from Minecraft, and Storm evolved into Rapidash,
That's
which,
actually
let's be
best.
real, was anybody really surprised how this one was gonna look?
No.
Still a 10 out of 10 though. And with that,
It
we
is.
decided to throw hands with this man.
It actually is.
Magneton. Spicy Flop one-shots his Steelix and does a good amount of damage to the Bastiodon. But just then, thankfully Floss is able to come in for the revenge kill, but Quagsire will be missed. We now have 6
Yeah.
players to our name, which means we get to do epic lore. But before we do, look how sick this shiny Rhydon
Holy-
is. We jump on some stranger's boat and decide to buddy up with another stranger and travel into super dark, scary, spooky cave. And during our exploration, we do end up losing Impulse to yet another crit. That damn stupid bird. But we find a shiny stone and can evolve Lil Whip to get our own stupid bird.
Ooh, I like
That's
it.
great in my
That's
opinion.
actually
Next up,
good.
we meet up with the professor and hear a bomb go off.
Beam.
So, as being the curious child we are, we decided to go get that checked out. Turns out they were just trying to kill a bunch of fish. Why? Beat up some blue-haired guy at one of the lakes, beat up a red-haired girl at another one of the lakes, and now we gotta go up north to Canada since the bad guys are at the northern lake now. We also find this oddly colored weasel who we scooped up and named Peter G.
That's so fucking sick.
Snow Point City. We see a bunch of things like colored money, loonies and toonies. We even saw a moose loose boot the hoose. I feel like only Canadians know what I just said. But moving on, we can challenge Candace. Don't make the joke. Don't make the joke. Right before we do, however, we were able to evolve Klinger into Rhyperior. Look how
That
badass
is
this guy looks.
insane.
She leads Sneasel, who gets one shot by Storm. We switch into Floss to deal with Piloswine. Klinger hits through a double team spamming Frostlass, and Storm
35
one-shots the former
HP.
president of Canada, Mrs. Obama. And just like that, we've beaten Candace did not put up a challenge, and we were able to earn our 7th gym badge. So it turns out I was wrong about the bad guys being at the North Lake, and we actually got to go infiltrate their base. This was just a bunch of gunfighting though, a few boss battles. They weren't a challenge like whatsoever, so we can just scoop up the Master Ball and free the lake spirits. Now we can travel to the tip top of Mount Coronet and even find a shiny Bumblebee in the process. Am I not supposed to go? Oh my god, that looks insane! Upon making it to the very top, we
Reggie-chan.
beat up some grunts and take down 2 enemies with
Reggie-chan.
the rifle. Then the evil blue-haired guy uses the god of time and space, who summons
Reggie
Satan, kidnaps this
Medichem.
Well, time to pack everything up and hey, mommy. And of course, she wants us to jump into the portal. We enter the distortion world, where absolutely nothing makes sense. There are floating islands that move, pretty trees, and of course...
Yo, the Maxane.
Also, our
What? Wait,
cybernetic
what?
monkey evolves.
Makes
I don't
sense.
remember when,
Bro,
but
I
figured I'd
can
let you know before we
speak.
go into this fight. He's got Houndoom in front, who gets one shot by Gallade. Rhyperior takes a Psychic, but one shots with Stone Edge. Gyarados comes in, we send in our Rubber Ducky to discharge, but we die to a
Yeah, you die. You die.
critical hit. I love this game.
I don't think even the crit really mattered because PC has no defense and special defense and almost no HP stats. So actually it's pretty likely to die. Even if it's survived a hit, it's actually pretty insane to me. I don't know if it matters, but my personal feeling, I think the crit didn't even matter.
Lil Whip comes out and after a few turns, puts down Gyarados. We send in Floss for Weavile, but we get frozen, so we have to switch into Chili.
Okay, that's unlucky.
Unfortunately, we get outsped and an Ice Punch puts him down. Storm comes in on the revenge kill with a Fire Blast. Last out is a Crobat who gets one shot from a Stone Edge from Hyperior. With Cyrus defeated, we come face to face with Giratina.
Oh, you're gonna use...
Oh my god!
I like it.
Oh my dude! They took a 10 out of 10 shiny and they made it an 11. Look at that! We capture Shiny Satan, the complete evildoer of Pokemon, and name him Girly Tina. I then decided to go shiny hunt Uxie, but it doesn't matter because I had to reset anyways because I forgot to save him from an Azelf. I'm taking him over Uxie any day of the week. Oh my god! Look at that shiny, chat. Yo!
Base Alpha is so sick.
Resets. We give this gamer the name Fort Nightmares. Moving on to Route 222, we can also scoop up the purple guy from Five Nights at Freddy's, and then we pull up to the lighthouse in Sunny Shore and tell the gym leader to go do his job. After catching bro slacking on the job, we can clear out his gym trainers and challenge Volcaner, the electric type user. He leads with Jolteon, and we lead with Fort Nightmare the Azelf, who sets up Stealth Rock, and then we can switch into Jelly to set up Light Scoop.
It's so
With all this
ugly.
setup done, we switch into Klinger,
Aww.
Jolteon, Raichu, and Luxray with Earthquake. Then Electivire comes out, and we switch into Girly Tina, who one-shots with a critical hit Dragon Claw. And just like that, we've got all 8 gym badges. Jeez, that was pretty hard if you ask me. So let's start stacking up on shinies now. We've got a lot of dupe claws area token things to use, and some new areas to encounter, so let's rapid fire these next shinies. We can pick up a Psyduck in one of the lakes, which means every other lake surf encounter is now dupe's claws. So we token one of the areas to go pick up a shiny Gibble, and this guy looks sick.
Ooh.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I mean, I kinda like it. It's...
1,291 encounters. And fully evolved, he looks even better. But I mean, compared to the original, the bar's kinda on the floor. We also pick up a shiny Scyther that looks absolutely beautiful in this shade of blue. We instantly evolve my guy into Caesar since the metal coat acts as a stone evolution in this game. We redeem ourselves by going back and catching a previously failed shiny Houndour and it instantly evolved into Houndoom. And finally, we go and scoop up the Electrizer to evolve our Freddy Fartbear guy in the Electivire. And with all the preparation done, we can go challenge the Elite Four, some of the most elite
What do we have for Garchomp?
region. First up is Aaron, who leads with the Unmega as we lead with Houndoom, who uses Flamethrower, one-shotting it. Then out comes Heracross, Flamethrower again, one-shot. Vespiquen comes out. Oh, yeah, she's dead too. Izor, one-shot. Drapion was a nice touch. Houndoom can't one-shot that, but Rhyperior can with Earthquake. So much for the most elite trainers. Next up, Bertha the Ground-type user. RPG the Golduck is our lead.
Is Golduck?
And fun fact,
Is
RPG
counter?
proceeds to spam Tidal Wave after Tidal Wave against all of Bertha's Pokemon, one-shotting them all. That's not the only feat RPG gets. The next Elite Four member, Flint, who is a Fire-type user, I'm sure you can see where this is going, had his first 3 Pokemon, Houndoom, Infernape, and Rapidash, all one-shot by Surf. But his Magmortar was able to survive on just 1 HP and fired off a heavy-hitting Thunder,
Ooh,
but it
T-Bolt.
wasn't enough to knock out.
Okay.
Golduck
Oh,
makes
okay.
it yet
Yeah,
another.
true.
However, Flint's last Pokemon, Flareon, was put against Rhyperior, who fell to a single Earthquake.
Golduck is
Final
kinda
Pokemon
special
Evolution.
bulky
I
though.
respect the hell out of this goat for rocking Psychic types, as that's my favorite Pokemon type. But that doesn't mean they don't have their weaknesses. He leads Mr. Mime, and we have Houndoom one-shot with a Dark Pulse. Gallade comes out, and we switch into Azelf, who takes a Stone Edge and fires off an extra sensory the next turn. But we get dropped down to red, so we switch into Girly Tina and one-shot with a Dragon Claw. Espeon gets sent out, but also
Is
gets one-shot
Giratina
with a
the
Shadow Force.
the
Surprisingly,
Garchomp
Bronzong
counter?
was able to take a Shadow Force relatively well, but it just used Calm Mind over and over again, so we could take it out the following turn, and his last Pokemon, Alakazam, also falls to a Shadow Force. Not much of a challenge yet, but they tend to always save the best for last, as now we have to take on the infamous
I'm
Cynthia.
really curious to see what's going to
We
happen.
almost one-shot it with an Earthquake, but we can take a Shadow Ball really well. And after burning a full restore and firing off another Earthquake, she switches into Togekiss, who's immune to our next attack. Togekiss outspeeds and gets a crit Water Pulse, taking down Klinger. I want to know how many Pokemon died to it.
I don't think this crit even mattered, since the special defense stat from Rhyperior is about 45, 50, 60-ish. Maybe, yeah, probably around that range, but it's not stab from Togekiss, Water Pulse. Water Pulse isn't that strong after all. Maybe in range, but I don't think it was in range. He was already been hit. AI switched for predicts the earthquake into a water type move. I think AI saw the kill. I don't know the AI, but I guess it does.
Before taking that big hit from Air Slash. Still switching to Electivire and one shot with a Thunder Punch. Out comes Garchomp, Cynthia's ace and a menace to our team. I want to keep Hop Rocks the Electivire alive, so we switch into Golduck, who's our most expendable team member, and he's able to fire off one last Surf, doing half and triggering Garchomp's Berry before also going down.
Okay, Garchomp over Giratina. No?
A bit more damage
Okay.
with extra sensory, bringing it down to a third of its HP, but it falls to a Dragon Rush too. This is when I decided enough was enough, and it was time to bring out the big guns. Giratina, a name that strikes fear into the heart of any opponent who even dares hear it. Dragon Claw one-shots Garchomp. An injured Spiritomb comes back out,
Yeah, that's
Cynthia's
bad, okay.
Venusaur wasn't enough to save this ghost from certain death, because 2 Dragon Claws also takes it out. Lucario is her next Pokemon, and although it does resist all of our moves and no Shadow Ball, it doesn't do a lot of damage. I tried to get an Omni Boost from the Omnis Wind, but we got a critical hit instead, so I fire off 2 more Dragon Claws, which does the job, taking it out with a crit.
I guess.
Feels great. My Loda comes out, and I know this thing has Ice
If
Beam.
it works,
I'd
it
rather
works.
stay here until Giratina cannot fight anymore. So we click Shadow Force, dodge the first Ice Beam, and fire off a powerful attack doing about 70%. However, Giratina was actually able to take another Ice Beam. And as Cynthia uses her last
It's really
Venusaur,
bulky.
Dragon Claw does exactly half, which means it falls next turn. Her last Pokemon is Roserade, but she just got one shot by Dragon Claw, I'm gonna keep it a buck. And just like that, we've beaten Cynthia and become the champion of the Sinnoh region using
He played well.
shiny Pokemon. Though we did have quite a bit of deaths.
Even
Chat, I
though-
had a blast playing through this game. If you'd like to play it for yourself, I have linked to the creators Discord in the
Not gonna lie, his mistakes in this run brought just a lot of content actually and fun towards the chat. I can't believe it. Since he will showcase more shinies, it's better content. He can make a better video out of it. And I guess not all the plays he made was on purpose. And he got some crits. I don't know, some rolls. I don't know. I'm not sure how AI sees skills. But at some possible moments, it looked like some were just skills and he just misplayed. And it seemed like he didn't play it around the matches that well, but he did a really good job in general. It's a good video, lots of shinies he showcased. And the most important thing, he had fun with the chat. So, guys, subscribe to Osha Waves channel down below, and I will see you guys later in another video. So, guys, have a nice one and see you later. Bye bye.